hello to everyone. Welcome to the Nevada Women's Film Festival's program number 14, our live Q&A. My name is Samantha Rodriguez and I'm helping run behind the scenes. I also have my partner Jemsen Yumico Bollozos behind the scenes. We are both co-founders of Eccentric Artists and we are helping on the festival's executive committee this year. So without further ado, I'd like to introduce today's program's moderator, who is Nikki Corda. And Nikki is an award-winning documentarian, and she is also Nevada Women's Film Festival's founder and executive director. So thank you, Nikki, and take it away.
Thank you, Samantha, for that nice introduction. So good morning, everyone. Good evening to our esteemed panelists who are joining us from Ukraine, where it is this evening. It is 8 p.m. this evening already. You can maybe already tell us who won the Femmies since you're in the future. Zaza. First, I introduce Zaza Buadze, who is the director of Mother of Apostles. And then I introduce our producer, Dmytro. Dmytro, your last name, please.
Ovechkin.
Okay.
Ovechkin.
Okay, welcome, Dmytro. And then we have the star and driving force of this story, Natalka, last name.
Polovynka.
Okay, thank you for pronouncing it for me. Natalka plays Sophia, who is an incredibly strong character, and she is the mother of apostles of this film. Now, we have so many questions, and we'll be taking questions from the audience as they come in. Of course, I remind you it is morning here, but I have so many questions, and I think I address this to any of you because I don't know how the movie came to be, but probably mostly you, Zaza. Was this how did this story come to you that you knew this was a story that needed to be told?
Actually, the film is based on the true events.
Yes.
It was the spring of March 2014. Very beginning of the common war in the east of Ukraine, when Ukrainian cargo plane was shot down above the Donbas area, which is the war zone, which still is the war zone. And after the evacuation of the crew members, the pilot, in order to take the plane away from the village, sacrificed his life, and the burning plane fell into the field near the village.
So this is true. That's true.
Yes, it's absolutely.
Okay.
Yes, that's true.
Okay.
Yes, that's
Okay.
true. And somebody shot the video on the amateur video on the mobile phone, and the video was immediately uploaded in the YouTube, and the TV channels aired it, and that's how the pilot's mother found out about this accident. And she decided not to wait for the official rescue operation and to go to the zone. It's Eastern Ukraine, and that woman lived and still lives in the village of Vinnytsk in the Western Ukraine. So she really went to that zone alone, knowing nobody there, and without any information, just in order to look for her son and to save him. She didn't know then that her son died. So when Dmytro, producer, and by the way, when she was there, she found the wreckage of the plane, and somebody also shot video, the same amateur video on the mobile phone, how she just grief-stricken, silently walks around the wreckage of the plane. And when Dmytro showed me that video, I was just shocked. I was just shocked. And I immediately understood that we have to make this film.
Oh.
So that's how this film was born.
Oh, wow. Okay. I didn't know that. That is so interesting.
So if you remember, there is a scene in the film when Sophia, the main character, finds the wreckage and then walks around and touches and finds her son's grave. So this is based on the real events and real amateur video.
And Dmytro, you saw this video? You saw it?
I looked for this video from Donbass internet. TV channel, короче, Zaza, скажи, пожалуйста, закрытой Донбасской сепаратистской республики.
Yeah, the local Donbass local separatist TV channel aired that video. That's how Dmytro found out about that.
Okay, so I want to
then he showed it to me.
Dmytro did.
Yes.
So you brought it to Zaza, yes? And you two said this is going to be a wonderful film.
Yes.
And then you wrote a screenplay.
Yes, of course. Then we decided that it could be very good part for the film.
Okay.
And we started writing the script, and there were more than, I don't remember exactly, 15 drafts of the script.
15 drafts. Okay.
Yeah.
Hello, Tetiana.
Hello. I am glad to see you. Pardon me, please, for being late. I needed to call some technical support agents to solve my problems with the Zoom, but I'm happy to join you, Tim. Thank you for being patient. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you for being here.
So I guess Tetiana is a translator.
Yes, Tetiana will translate our speech.
Okay.
So I want to just reiterate, and especially for some of our American audience, the region that you referred to, Donbass, is where all the action takes place, yes?
Tetiana, ты с нами?
Oh, yes, now, yes.
Переведи, пожалуйста, Ники, все, что говорит, переведи, пожалуйста.
Хорошо, меня просто чуть-чуть выкинуло сейчас из-за интернета, наверное.
Мы в прямом эфире уже.
Супер, я очень рада вас видеть.
Переведите, пожалуйста. Вы услышали?
Нет, повторите, пожалуйста, потому что...
Вопрос был про регион Донбасс, где происходит действие нашего фильма, и некая информация про регион, что это за регион и что это за война.
Кому вопрос?
This is where the action takes place, Donbass.
Yes.
Yes, okay.
Can I tell you what is Donbass?
What is this area? Yeah.
So Donbass is the southeast part of Ukraine, which is populated for last 100 years by not only by Ukrainians but also people from Russia. So this region was always very pro-Soviet and pro-Russian, and pro-Moscow.
Okay.
And from the beginning of Ukrainian independence, these people were against the Ukrainian state and Ukrainian. Not all of them, of course. Mainly the population of two big cities, Donetsk and Lugansk.
I see.
And the population of these two cities, they are mostly Russian speaking. But all the villages around these two cities, population is Ukrainian,
I see.
and they speak Ukrainian. But there are also third language, if it is a language, I don't know. It's kind of dialect, a mix of Russian and Ukrainian, so-called Surzik. So that's why in our film some people speak, the locals speak Russian, others speak Ukrainian, and some speak Surzik.
Okay, so now we understand.
Also, may I say a few words
Yes.
here?
Oh,
Also
yes.
important to say is that why these cities like Donetsk or Lugansk start to be pro-Soviet, yeah? Because now I need Tetiana, потому что это регион, Донецк это регіон шахт, це регіон шахт, і для побудов шахт скликали зі всього Радянського Союзу, в основному з України, туди робітників.
Мені треба це перекласти, правильно?
Так.
Okay. So Donetsk and Lugansk regions were the regions of money and a lot of stuff, energy, and all the forces were accomplished to build these two regions. So that is.
They were moved from Russia to.
Yes, it's explain why so much these people is mixing. It's not really. They lost, for example, language, Ukrainian language. Like for example, my part of my family, they go in beginning of 20th century, in middle of 20th century, they go to Donetsk, Donbass region. And now my sister of my mother, she don't speak Ukraine because she lived a long time in Donetsk, and she forget her own language. And it is situations that it is Ukrainian people, but in the city mostly speaking Russian. Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Natalka. Zaza or Dmytro.
Yes.
You always have Natalka in mind.
Oh yes, yes.
Sophia, yes.
Yeah, honestly, from the very beginning.
Yes.
From the very beginning, while writing the script, I already knew that there's only one actress, Natalka Polovynka, who's able to play this role. And me and my co-writer Rada Makenkova, we had only Natalka in our heads while writing. And by the way, I must tell you that because Natalka, Mrs. Natalka Polovynka, is an actress, singer, and she has a very special theater in Lviv. It's one of the biggest cities in Ukraine, in the western Ukraine, and the city is the theater of drama and music. Because of this, we decided that our Sophia, our main character, is also the singer.
Yes.
That's because of Natalka. So yes, of course, from the very beginning, we knew that she is the only actress to play this role.
Наташа, был вопрос по поводу того, получается, кто у вас и у Зазы главный герой. Это получается София, правильно? И попросили рассказать.
Вопрос был, была ли изначально Наталка Polovynka задумана как исполнительница главной роли. Я ответил, что да.
So I noticed that Sophia's singing is very important in the story. When she and Fedor are sitting in the bus, and Sophia just very spontaneously just bursts into this haunting song, and he just, I think he's going to say, but instead he says, magnificent.
Yeah. Because by the way, Fedor's character is very important.
Yes.
That's the typical local Ukrainian, born there with the deepest roots. But the person who spent his entire life in the Russian-speaking environment.
I see.
Under the press, but
Yes.
he knows who is originally that he is Ukrainian, etc., 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 and not able to leave his house and his village and his town because of the roots, because of the soul of this soil and the ancestors, etc., etc., etc. Because he knows that he is his land.
Nikki,
Yes.
I need to interrupt your conversation in order to help my colleagues to translate some information. Thank you so much. Итак, Наталья, Дима, был вопрос по поводу того, обсуждался вопрос, кто такая София, какие у нее таланты, она может петь, да, рассказывали это. Вот, и...
Спасибо, да, Танечка, я это понял. Спасибо.
Да, хорошо, все, спасибо
Да,
большое.
thank you, Tetiana, thank you, Nikki.
Thank you, Nikki.
I know, spasiba. Thank you.
In Ukrainian, it's дякую, Nikki. In Ukrainian,
Дякую.
дякую.
Oh, okay. So, oh my goodness, my power is about to go out. Tetiana, I'll pose a question and I'm going to run and get my cord. My question is the title, Mother of Apostles. What is the religious thinking that came up with this title? Okay, I'll be right back.
Thank you. У Ники есть вопрос. Какие религиозные мотивы скрыты, да, под главным персонажем и вообще в истории, да? Какие духовные религиозные мотиви есть і присутствують?
Таня, духовні чи релігійні, бо це різне. Яке було питання?
Ну, є релігіозні...
Ну, взагалі, да, релігія – це є духовність. Тому...
Ні, для мене ні. Тому питання треба уточнити. До кого це питання?
Точнее, вопрос был такой. Есть ли в этом названии, были ли заложены в названии религиозные мотивы?
В названии.
Может, я плохо слышу.
Заза, может быть, как раз...
Извините.
Заза, мы как раз обсуждали, помнишь, апостолы, ты говорил, что это...
Okay.
Наверное, больше...
I can say, maybe. Yeah? No.
Yes, Natalia, please.
Yes.
I propose, firstly, it was another song in the beginning of film. Yeah. But I proposed to Zaza to get one spiritual song to God's Mother. It is moment of its pray, in moment of when God's Mother died and go to the heaven.
Oh, he goes to heaven, this song.
And in this moment, start to be clouds in garden when was live God's Mother, and whole apostles came here. In moment, it was a miracle, and the song is about this. About this episode of story God's Mother, yeah. And after I sing for Zaza, Zaza say okay, and later when we start to do film, after this episode in film, Zaza told me, Natalia, I know the name of film will be Mother of Apostles.
Oh,
because it is in the same time, it's story of Maria, God's Mother, but also in story of film, we have the Sophia, lost her son, but safe and help to be to live to another sons of other's mother. It's like God's mother. Yeah, it's the same story. And this myth and a life story is the same.
I see.
I don't know if it's clear because my English, but I try.
I think, Tatiana, would you in any way add to that? I think I understand clearly it's about the miracle because it's like a metaphor, yes, for the miracle of the story.
Yes, I also think so. It's a
So,
miracle.
miracle. Yeah.
Can I add something?
Maybe dear Zaza can say more
You
clear.
know, I always try to find some mythology or archetype in the basis of the story, because I believe that if you have a good mythology, you can build the solid narrative structure. So while thinking about this story, I just recall that what the ancient Greeks used to call katabasis, the descent to the hell, the trip to the underworld. Yeah?
Okay.
Like Orpheus, and you read Orpheus, who made his trip to the underworld in order to find Eurydice and to save her, etc., etc., etc. Like Orpheus, our Sophia makes this trip to the underworld, to the very heart of darkness,
Yes.
to the very heart of war.
Yes.
And in order to find and to save her only son. And after crossing the valley of shadows, metaphorically, she dies also metaphorically and reborns. Yeah, reborns in a new image, in a new status. This ordinary woman, the mother of single son, becomes all mother, mother of everybody, mother of apostles. Why mother of apostles? That song which Sophia sings in the very beginning of the film, it's a very well-known and old Ukrainian and beautiful Ukrainian anthem, Mother of Apostles, based on the Apocrypha, And the song is beautiful, and the lyrics, the words are wonderful, beautiful.
Yes.
And later, I realized that, yeah, she becomes all mother and becomes the mother of apostles. Who are the apostles? Apostles, all of us, we are apostles. We are the messengers. Yeah? We are the divine emissaries, yeah? Carrying something very, very important, carrying the divine spark, divine nature. We are the human beings. So that's why the mother of apostles. Because Sophia didn't manage to save her son, but she saved other crew members, and not only them. She changed the lives. She saved even the enemies. When she met the parents of deceased soldier from that side, from other side, the enemy soldier, she gave them to the parents of the soldier so much consolation that they decided to save her, to sacrifice their lives in order to save her. So this is all these stories about forgiveness, about love, about reconciliation, etc., etc., etc. That's why it becomes a symbol of all these things.
Thank you for that. I'm sorry, I had so many thoughts while you were speaking, but yes, the parents from the other side are so important. The character of Coyote, the character of Tatiana. I'm sorry, am I going too fast?
Sonia, I guess you mean Coyote, Sonia's husband.
So him, but also the Sonia's brother.
Brother Coyote, Sonia's brother.
Coyote.
Yes.
Yeah, but then there is the character who is on. He's like a double agent. Yes.
Yeah. Simeon.
Samuel.
Simon.
Simon.
Simeon.
So
Yes,
it's very there's so much going on. It's a big action movie, you know. So I must ask, this is a huge production, yes, in your country, a very big production?
Pretty big because always when it is action, military weaponry, the wreckage. By the way, the wreckage of the plane, it was the set decoration. It was not easy to create the decoration.
Oh, wow.
So it costs money, of course. So my thanks to Dmytro, because it was his will also to have me to realize this idea.
So
and
Dmytro,
I'm happy that we did it.
Yeah, tell us about that. Tell us about how was it very difficult to raise money to get this story produced with so much high budget, you know, action and set creation?
I will translate your question, okay? Дмитро, насколько сложно было спродюсировать, поднять бюджет, найти бюджет, профинансировать, спродюсировать, произвести такой сложный фильм, который экшен, где такие сложности производительные и так далее. Насколько это было сложно?
Thank you, Nikki, for the question. Я попрошу Татьяна, я буду говорить, а вы переводите. Хорошо?
Да, Дмитрий,
Я могу сказать одно, что сложно было на первых этапах, когда только формировалась команда.
Можно здесь стоп, я буду переводить. Хорошо, Дима? Dmitry wants to say that it was difficult only on the first steps while making this movie. Да,
Но когда мы уже сформировали команду, когда в команду вошел такой великий режиссер Заза, Буадзе, когда мы увидели художника, постановщика, режиссер пригласил оператора, постановщика. И я могу сказать, с такой сильной командой совершенно несложно создавать фильмы любой сложности.
Okay, спасибо, Дима. It was difficult only on the first steps, but when Zaza and other directors, cameramen joined this filmmaking process, everything began to be wonderful and so easy. Thank you.
Oh, very
Конечно,
good.
главное, я считаю, что одна из важнейших в этом фильме успехов сделала Наталка Polovynka, и это опять же работа ее вместе с режиссером. В данном... Да.
Dmitry says that the great part of success belongs to Natalia Polovynka. To Natalia, да? И еще кому, Дима, подскажите?
Так.
С режиссером Zaza.
And to direct Zaza. And he's thankful for that contribution to the development of this film.
Okay, thank you. Spasiba.
Thank you so much.
Natalka. So we've talked a lot about Sophia, and so Sophia is based on a real character, and that is something I just learned speaking with you. So what were your thoughts, Natalka, upon being presented with this project? Did you ever meet the real woman whose story Sophia is based upon? Oh, she's...
Микрофон. Наталка.
Включіть, будь ласка, мікрофон.
Танечка, перекладіть хтось, будь ласка, останнє речення.
Вы встречались с реальной, вашим прототипом? С этой женщиной реальной?
No. Thank you. It's important question, but you know, she don't. This woman really live in place where I really was born, and she don't go out from home. Not often she go, and because she live with big pain, and of course I had the hopes that maybe I will meet her in a premiere in Vinnytsia region in film, in our premiere, but no, it's impossible. It's too painful, and yeah, I think for me it is before me. I would like how to meet her, but it is not easy. Not easy even if you understand. For example, for your understanding, when we had premiere in Vinnytsia, some guy go to me and say that he really can't speak, just want to say thank you, and he cried. And after some pause, he told me, I am from this flight. I am last who jumped from this flight. Останній, хто вистрибнув. Yeah. And for me, it was so unexpected, I don't know, so deep that I can't go to another city for premiere. I come back to my home and I live with this message in my heart some long time. Yeah. Later I can again come back to premiere and to meetings with people. It's, yes, you know, it's moment when a real story meet you as the actor. And it was unexpected, strong and painful.
Oh, I see. Okay. So when you did take on this role, was it did it take a lot of emotional energy? Tetiana, maybe emotional.
Так, дійсно,
Emotional toll.
так, дійсно, це забирає багато емоційної енергії. Так, Нікі говорить.
Да.
The question,
Но
or
это вопрос.
Наверное, это забрало, работа над ролью забрала у вас очень много энергии.
Yes, it's true.
Yes.
Really, after film, when we finished I can say sincerely, when we finished the shooting, I think, oh, it's good that I didn't need to go to jump to another film because I need maybe 1 year pause. Yeah.
1 year.
But now I'm ready to play.
You're ready to work again.
Some beautiful role, yeah.
You know, I could talk to you all day. We have only a few minutes left, and I want to make sure everyone has a chance. You know, this movie is just so exceptional, and of course, Natalka, the character of Sophia, based upon a real story, real woman who everybody told her not to do it. She does this crazy thing, right? And goes to enemy territory. All this is true. Yes, Zaza?
Yeah.
Yes. So I just want to thank you for creating this wonderful, strong female protagonist, Natalka, for embodying this role so well. Dmytro for making it happen. You all, it seems to me that it sounds like you've all worked together before. Will you be working together again?
It would be my pleasure. It would be my pleasure. Right now, with Dmytro, we have a new project in development. Let's say in development, which is also based on some true events, and which is to be pretty big co-production between Ukraine, Italy, and Lithuania.
Oh.
So let's cross the fingers. Let's cross the fingers and let's hope that it will happen. Regarding Natalka, I really hope and I really dream of some divine sparkle, some new idea, which I would write especially for her, because her talent is very special, and there must be a very special project to invite her. But it will happen, I'm sure.
Thank you. I will pray for that. I will pray.
Let's pray together.
Okay, we will all. Before we leave, I would like to ask you, is this a big film community in Ukraine? And will you do you do other things as a job, or is this your job to work in film?
No, it's our job. It's our job. It's the film industry,
big,
which was almost completely collapsed in 90s.
Oh.
But then, step by step, it was rising up, and now it's very promising film industry. I mean, the real film industry. Which will be one of the biggest in at least Eastern Europe, I believe.
Okay, so you're in Kyiv.
And by the way, Nikki, sorry, one of the biggest sponsors of the filmmaking in Ukraine, I must say this, is the state, because if not the help from so-called state film agency, we couldn't make this film.
You're very fortunate. You're very fortunate to have that. We have, we get some help. We apply for grants and so on, but it's not quite the same as state.
Yeah, so it's very very European system. It's like Poland, like Germany, like France. Yeah.
Canada, they get
Canada. Yes, of course.
Yes. It's very different here, but yeah, that is very interesting. And don't you? And you're in Kyiv, Zaza. Don't you? You're in Kiev. Yes,
in Kyiv. Yeah.
Now you have a big film festival there. Yes.
Actually, in Kyiv, yes, Molodys Film Festival, which was held recently, a month ago.
What's it called?
And another Molodys, youth, Molodys in Ukrainian.
Oh.
Youth. It's in Kyiv, yeah. And another big festival is Odessa International Film Festival.
Odessa, wow.
Yes.
That's
which will be held in September.
Okay, that's the one I've heard of. I'm getting the message that we must say goodbye. It was such a pleasure. Dmytro, you and I have emailed so much, so it's wonderful to meet you in person. Thank you for being here. Natalka, what can I say? Your performance, so inspiring, such a pleasure. And of course, Zaza, of course, for your vision. Tetiana, I hope you will be able to translate. But thank you very, very much, my friends, and stay in touch with us. Please stay in touch.
Thank you.
Okay.
It was my pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Nikki.